but music not just as art, but as a doorway to our body, music as a doorway to ourselves, to our spirit.
Say it is all Nad, no? Swar. That Om is the primordial sound. And we did in our multidimensional healing, we said that, sound is the seventh vibration, seventh dimension, seventh heaven. दिल जो प्यार करेगा वो गाना गाएगा दीवाना सैकड़ों में पहचाना जाएगा.
I think it's also about when our body is in sync with itself, with its own truth. I think then it produces a different kind of music. Hello and welcome to another episode of Growing Deeper Together. Today our topic is music, but music not just as art, but as a doorway to our body, music as a doorway to ourselves, to our spirit. And we'll try and see what all music can do through a conversation with our long-standing guest. Welcome to the show, CJ.
Yes, thank you, Ishneet. And as I know music is very, very dear to your heart, music is also very dear to my heart, though the genre we listen to is different. And that is the beauty.
Yeah.
You see that, like you said, it's a doorway to the body, doorway to the heart, doorway to the soul. तो सबके घर का doorway अलग होता है ना.
Yeah. So true. So true. How beautiful. You just began on such a wonderful note. I was thinking I'll ask you because most of us who are part of your Sangha know that you're an exceptional singer. So would you like to begin on a musical note? But maybe we'll end with that and coax you to sing something for us if you are comfortable. Um, Sija, we'll begin at our favorite place, which is the body. Our breath has a rhythm. Our heart beats in some form of a tune of sorts. We're constantly producing sounds. So are we a body or are we a musical instrument in form of a body? What is it?
So, so beautiful. And I will begin with a little song which will tell you, हर दिल जो प्यार करेगा वो गाना गाएगा दीवाना सैकड़ों में पहचाना जाएगा दीवाना.
Oh.
So it is a musical instrument. This song is produced through the body. There is the whole system, gets into that mood. And when there is love, like the song says, हर दिल जो प्यार करेगा वो गाना गाएगा. So we are all speaking. Our voice itself has a musical quality. There is a note to it. There is a lilt to it. There is a tilt to it. But when you are in love, the same instrument, brings out melodies. And when you are dry, the same instrument can bring out all kind of sounds, which can be musical to some ears, but well,
Not so musical. And as you shared this one, when you sang, I could feel vibrations all over my body. And I think that's the essence of everything that you've been talking about. It's all about what we feel. It's not in the words. That's why music speaks. It's a universal language of sorts. And as you were sharing about love and out of love, I think it's also about sync and out of sync. When our body is in sync with itself, with its own truth, I think then it produces a different kind of music. I'll
so
share some.
sync.
Please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No, I was sharing something. I've
yeah.
always been big on music, but somewhere a couple of months after the birth of my child, I stopped enjoying music. So much so, I couldn't tolerate any musical sound playing anywhere. It would put me off, it would be very jarring, everything. And that is when my postpartum depression began. And as I healed, music started coming back into my life. And I knew that when I started enjoying music again, I knew I began healing. So
Yes.
this is what I was talking about, in and out of sync. Please.
So thank you for sharing that. So as you said, now what came first, chicken or egg, we don't know. But since I see whatever is external is only a mirror of the internal, so somewhere your body was going into depression, and depression is just, like energy is completely, you're at your battery is absolutely at the, uh, almost next to zero. And that's when even your mobile phone, I cannot play music on that. When there is, the battery is like really low. Same is the whole body system, when the battery is low. You don't want to just nothing appeals to you, even something as beautiful as music. So when things that we love stop appealing to us, it is information that the instrument, is something is not in sync, as you said.
It's out of tune.
Yeah, the resonance is not there, because it's a vibration and it is not reaching you, because whatever the music from outside has to resonate with something inside me. Like the song that I sang just now, it resonated with you, but it may not resonate with so many people.
Yeah.
Like my own family, I mean, they just don't resonate with Bollywood songs. They don't have the same, वो जो खिच पैंदी है उनको नहीं पैंदी है उनको, they have their own songs, right?
Yeah.
So it is the same thing when the body is, every body has its own vibration,
Yeah.
and very beautiful. When you're not well, nothing appeals to you. Nothing.
Yeah. So true. So, CJ, is then music universal or personal? Because it's everywhere, and yet, like you said, a song that moved, me to tears or filled my body with vibration may do nothing for another person. So,
Yeah.
are we all on different frequencies?
So there is something universal about music.
Yeah.
As we say, it is all nad,
Yeah.
swar. That om is the primordial sound. And we did in our multidimensional healing, we said that, sound is the seventh vibration, it's seventh dimension, seventh heaven, so to say. And then there are seven notes, seven colors of the rainbow resonating with those notes. And whatever melody is being created, and there are so many, what we call bird songs, they're actually not singing. They're just doing their functional things, whatever, calling to a mate or alerting someone for danger. It is just their language, but we call it bird song because it is musical to our ears. Even the caw of crow is, can be musical because it's rhythmic. Similarly, your child's sound is music to your ears. It won't be that to anybody else's ears. So there is a personal connect. Like I love this music because I grew up on this music. And this just resonates with me, and no other music does the same to me. So it is personal in that sense. and universal in the sense that there is nothing but music in this world.
Yeah.
Nad Brahma.
Yeah. The oldest language.
Yeah. So it's both.
It's both. So true. So beautiful. But you spoke about bird song, and I wanted to stretch that out. I think nature is constantly singing, isn't it? It's like it's creating a symphony somewhere or the other. The trees are, whistling. The wind is creating a sound. The forest has such gorgeous, diverse sounds. Nature is constantly creating music. And then I thought, so are the musicians and the most famous ones, are they creating something, or are they just kind of recreating what nature is producing, or are they just remembering something that is there in all of us, innate? What is it that that they're doing?
So, as I see it, since Om permeates this entire universe, and every sound, even the sounds that you and I are making, just conversing, even those sounds are there because there is Om. They cannot by themselves arise. That is why Om is also called a symbol of Divine Mother that you connect so deeply with. Because everything is birthing through her. All sounds are birthing through Om.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
She's the Alpha and the Omega of sounds. So then, all sounds are created by something that, disturbs the waves. And it comes and hits even our eardrums, and we hear that. If there is a perforation in my drum, I won't be able to hear anything. So the percussion drums, or even the some of the instruments are what we call the wind instruments, the harmonium, some we call the string instruments, some have this the
Drums and the
drum there. Yeah. So there are so many kind of things. So I don't know, at some point of time, perhaps man who created, first music or first sound, somehow I feel like there are no answers to these questions. It is like ever evolving thing.
yeah,
And constantly people are building on what somebody else has discovered.
yeah,
And it's a never ending process. So somewhere it's all so connected,
yeah,
whether it is whistling of the woods or it is whistling of somebody, whistling through your mouth.
yeah.
I mean, it's like, the names also we have given to those sounds, the natural sounds are, based on the sounds that humans make.
So true. So beautiful.
Vocabulary,
Yeah,
vocabulary comes from there.
yeah. And it's all, if you look at it, everything is music or musical. It's how
Yes.
you perceive it. So true and so beautiful. CJ, you spoke about Naad and the universal sound, and I was watching Diljit Dosanjh interview when he said, "Through sound, I found God." And yogis often say, "In silence, they find God." So, is silence the ultimate song, or is sound uh, a doorway to God? I'll tell you personally, for me, I don't know if sound is a doorway to anything. It is, for me, for lack of a better word, the universal consciousness. When I am listening to a piece of music I connect with, I have merged into it. It has merged into me. It's no longer something that's externally playing. My body can feel it. The resonance is very deep and completely merged into each other. So going back to, is silence the ultimate song or the ultimate music, and which one do you like? Music as a doorway to sound, or silence as a doorway to God?
So as I see myself, there are times I like silence. I don't even want to talk to anybody. I don't even. But even when I may be silent, there is something which is still happening. There are like the fan sound is there, the AC sound is there, or the birds are chirping, or the clock is ticking, or so I really don't know what it is like to be absolute silence. Like even my mind, maybe, there'll be something inside it going on. My body may be making some sounds. So I actually don't know what
Mm,
it is like to be like just silent.
mm,
Though, theoretically speaking, in meditation, there may be some times when that silence envelops you, but perhaps that's time I'm asleep or in some other world, because whenever I've come back to my consciousness, even when I'm in deep meditation, I may be seeing something, and yet there is a mind which is active. There is a sound, or my body also, the sounds are still there.
yeah,
So I really don't know what silence that yogis speak about. For me, silence also has a sound.
yeah. So true.
And the other thing you said, like some of us are people who listen to, who like just the music part, instrumental. Like in my in-laws family, they could just listen to all this, symphonies and, classical Western music, and this instrument, that instrument. And for me,
Hindi.
I just didn't know what is what.
Yeah.
For me, that Hindi music, that lyrics are so important for me.
Mm,
The lyrics have to touch with me.
yeah.
And then, of course, the lilt of the music, but the lyrics are so important. And later, I was reading somewhere that that's because you are a left-brained person.
Okay.
Like I'm a writer also. Words are important for me. Lyrics are important for me. I'm not a poet.
Got it.
I'm more of a prose writer.
Yeah.
And some of them who love instrumental music and who are also into the poetry emerges from them.
Yeah.
So I really won't be able to say what is what. All I know, like you said, some kind of music, you become one with it. And I would say that is the music that your cells, resonate with.
Dance too. Yeah.
They call, yeah, they dance to it. Similarly, I have my music that my cells dance to.
So true.
So we all have our own song, and as long as you find your joy in it, it doesn't matter what yogis say or what whoever says.
Yeah, so true. So true. Absolutely. So, music may be a doorway to God or not. By itself, it is so encompassing. It is so fulfilling, so joyous. I think the rest is in that more than debating
Yeah,
about where it leads to. So true.
yeah,
Uh, but I also want to speak about the whole Sufi and Bhakti tradition, where music is very, very music is the uh, path, and through music only, they express their devotion, they express their joy, oneness, everything. Maybe
yeah.
if you want to share something, because personally I don't know much about it, but since you know so much about it, I thought I'll use the platform to ask you.
Even I can't say I know much about anything, but I speak from my experience. That's all I know. So since childhood, music has been, my path. Music has been the doorway. Music has been that, वो तार झनझना जाते हैं ना. Even as a child, I didn't know it was bhakti. I didn't know it was prem. I didn't know this is romance. I didn't know any of that. It's just that some music, even as a child when I heard it,
Yeah.
it just kind of, would touch me deep. Some of it was Shabad, and some of it was Bollywood romance. And personally, I have never connected with songs of viraha, sadness, never.
Mm.
Always of union, of yoga, of joy, even the shabads. Like I love Guru Gobind Singh Shabad, but Mitar Pyare no will not connect with me. With me, you know, the other some other shabads where uh,
Or
uh,
his shabad
what
about valor and being getting ready for taking on uh, the enemy.
even those.
Even those,
I
yeah.
would love those also. Dehi Shiva Bar Mohe Me,
Yeah.
or the Desh Bhakti type songs, the Mars kind of energy. That also connects with me, but that Mere Sahib, Tu Nimani Mani, that also is Guru Gobind Singh Shabad. Like that will be, oh, Mere Sahib, who that Sahib is, who that person is. I have no idea
Yeah.
because I am a child. And yet, that connects. It connected then, it connects today.
Yeah.
So that I see as bhakti. Today I give a word to it, bhakti. But it is just that I love the way you said, that you become one with it. There is something in that music through which there is something in you which melts,
Which
which
dissolves
dissolves.
fully. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Almost like the caterpillar becoming that soup
Yeah.
before becoming butterfly. So it is that stage,
Yeah.
that you become that jelly, and kind of the whole body just feels that. And for me, like that is the path to God. I mean, whatever God is.
Yeah. So true. You are not, you're still yourself, and yet you're not yourself. You've just yeah, becomes because I don't know if you've become anything, but you're not you. You are
You
you and you
taste
are one.
something,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just taste something meetha.
Yeah. So true.
जिन प्रेम कियो तिन्ही प्रभ पायो. So
Beautiful.
that also Guru Gobind Singh wrote, and look at the songs that were emerging from him.
Yeah.
And I see him as like, that Sant Sipahi of a highest order,
Yeah.
through action, through valor, through everything. I mean, Virha songs also came, but whole lot of music emerged through him.
Yeah.
So for me, that is the Sufi, because that is something that is close to my heart.
Yeah.
Many other Sufis I hear about, like I'm doing a class on Bulle Shah, so I'm tuning into Bulle Shah a lot. Earlier it was only Beshak Mandir Masjid Dhado Bulle Shah ye kehta.
Yeah.
That was all I knew, or Bulla ki jana mein kaun. But now for a year that I'm tuning into Bulle Shah and his music, which has both. There is
Yeah.
music of Birha and music of Milan. But what resonates with me is only the Milan.
Yeah. So true. So beautiful. And it's not even just one type of song. Sometimes if it's Rumi or Bulle Shah or any of the Sufi saints, I think they're the same quality that you spoke about, wherein you dissolve. I think that is something that people can sense, or somebody who connects with that music can sense. You,
Yeah,
it's almost like it's not a human expression, but expression of a highest order, wherein you are no longer
yeah,
you become something else.
yeah,
That is so
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
But I actually want to know your what is it that you're currently liking and listening?
So I only have my,
Bollywood
so
songs.
I have this, somebody gifted me the caravan, and whatever is playing on it, I mean, because it only plays music of my era,
Yeah.
sometimes even of era before me, but that's what, resonates with me the most. So the lyrics, and it is usually set to romance. There is no other genre that I go to,
Yeah.
It is just those same songs, and I don't listen to music all the time. It's only sometimes I feel like listening to music when I'm either cooking or ironing. I mean, those are also the times when I may make phone calls to my sisters, because I just can't just make phone call and just, sit or lie down and talk to somebody. No, my hands have to be doing something. So my music is also part of that. When my hands are busy doing something
Mm.
and I am fully involved in music, so it's not always.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm not nowadays, if you say what music actually resonates with me and calls to me, is the music of the ocean,
Oh,
the music
oh.
that the birds, make the whole day, because my house is surrounded by greenery,
Yeah.
the music of the rain, the music of the coconut palms swaying. So that is the music which just, draws me.
Yeah. And fills you up fully. I can resonate.
Yeah.
It just fills you up
Bec-
to the brim. Yeah. Yeah. And you can
Because I
spend.
don't switch it on.
Yeah.
I don't choose it.
Yeah.
It just kind of, pulls me. So I would say that is my most favorite music
And
these days.
that is so beautiful because that is an extension of what you always say, Nate, the universe sends it and you receive it with open arms. Now, it's music in this case, but you talk about that in everything, in the emotion that
Yes.
comes to us, in the instances, in the people that life sends towards us.
Yes.
Whatever comes, we
Yes.
receive it with open arms and we hopefully dance and joyfully move through it. Yeah, so
Yes.
true. Sija, one last thing. Through your work over the decades, you've been trying to help people reconnect with themselves, walk back to themselves. You've often spoken about humming as a very important tool. I've also read
Yeah.
about it, of reconnecting, of healing us. Um, in your journey over the decades, especially with the work you do, talk to us about humming, the role of music in any way, and how do you see it helping people, specifically people who are looking to heal themselves?
Yeah. So now what you're saying is using sound for healing.
Yeah.
And we see the sounds of our own body and whatever naturally is coming, right? And I would say, suppose my body is in pain. So the sounds of that, जिसे हम कराहना कहते हैं,
Mm.
and oohs and मर गई. And people say, "Do shut up. I mean, don't make these sounds because they are very depressive." But for that person, those sounds are very healing
Mm.
because your body is making them. And body does not want to make you suffer. Body is making them in love with itself, that now these hormones must secrete. So it is kind of activating some parts of your system,
Yeah.
vibration of some system. So all those sounds are precious. Then even the sounds that the body makes, which we call, ugh sounds, even those are musical. And they also are carrying information from the body.
The cracking of the joints and or snapping of the
Cracking of joints,
yeah,
those all, your rumbling of your stomach, your
throat making.
fart, your
Yeah.
your throat making, your every sound that you hear your body making,
Yeah.
inner or outer. It may be wherever you are, like it may be loud or it may be something that only you can hear. Sound of your own heart. If you just listen to the sound of your own heart, put your hand on your, finger on your pulse and just listen to that pulsation and that, whatever that sound you're being, all of it is healing because it is a connection with yourself. Finally, what heals is connection with your own self.
So
So if I'm just doing it as a tool, oh, I must make this sound, that can heal, like, okay, we say Brahmari Pranayam or humming sounds. But sometimes what happens, if it is not coming from inside, we may do it once, we may do it twice. It is like some trainer has to come and make you do those. On your own, it is very difficult to, but what comes naturally. So I have seen with myself that humming comes when I'm in a good space. Singing comes when my energies are a little higher. And dancing comes when I'm like
Yeah,
absolutely must.
yeah,
So, so these are all gradations of your own aliveness. So
gorgeous.
for me, healing is always there'll be some sound. Some sound has to be there. Even sound of your, like we say, do gibberish.
Yeah,
Sound of your own voice, even the words you don't want to, say. Or we say, go to a tree and just spill out your story.
yeah,
Or, so there is something that somebody is telling you to do. There is something which is naturally your body is only telling you to do.
yeah,
So the latter is more healing. Though, if we have a support, somebody is saying, okay, a therapist, okay, let's do it together. I will do it with you. It is a group session. There is a sound healing bath.
mhm,
So those can be therapeutic for that time. But like I have these wind chimes, my friend Rashmi had sent me. And so whenever like they sound,
yeah,
and so it kind of it becomes the same sound healing for me.
yeah,
So or the bell people,
yeah,
ring, or the cymbals you play with. So you have to decide which sounds naturally, is coming to you right now. Some sound will be coming, even maybe गाली देने का मन कर रहा है. Even that will be healing for you.
yeah,
Yesterday in our FC, and they say, ये just चिल्लाना, चिल्ला, निकाल अपनी grief को.
yeah,
So that also can be healing, that catharsis sound.
yeah,
Sounds are the love making sounds, even though you're not making love, you're just creating those sounds when you touch your body.
yeah.
Those are all healing sounds.
So beautiful. So, what is it that the
And
body?
women make sounds, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
women make sounds,
lots of it.
lots of it.
Yeah,
Marianne Williamson said, that we make sound like the childbirth, like what sounds, and even during love making, those sounds,
the
or
period pain sound.
sounds of pains maybe sounds, and even the giggling laughter of women, those sounds. Kalidas said that the birds of the flowers, they bloom only when they hear laughter,
Yeah, I remember.
women's laughter. Yeah, in
Beautiful.
Shakuntalam he said that. So you see, there is and we don't have to stop our
Yeah.
sounds.
Or suppress
So
it.
any sound, thinking it's gross, and we stop it, that does great damage actually to our body.
Yeah. So true. Oh, so beautiful. That was so gorgeous. Uh, we began with music, and I thought we will talk about music as not just an art, but other forms. But we've gone to music and much beyond and come back to the primordial sound and sound as a tool or sound as a way to joy, to grief, to express what is within us, to healing, and to all encompassing human existence. Um, it's really been a wonderful episode where we've touched every aspect. I will still ask you one more time if you would like to end on any kind of musical note or anything that is floating your boat, any kind of music that you want to end with before we say goodbye. But no pressure though.
मेरे साहिब, मेरे साहिब, मेरे साहिब, मेरे साहिब.
Beautiful. That was so wonderful. Thank you. To our viewers, if this moved you in any way, If this touched you in any way, I urge you not to shut the episode and run off and do something. I urge you to sit with it, sit with what resonated, uh, maybe hum a tune yourself, and or play the song that's on top of your mind. Thank you, CJ, for this wonderful episode. Thank you to our audiences for being here. Thank you for growing deeper with us. We will see you next time.
Thank you, Ishneet.
Thank you.
Thank you.